All right, man. Welcome back to Trust Talk. You already know what it is, man. So, today's episode, can cheating be justified? Sorry about that. Can cheating be justified? This is going to be an actual great conversation. So, look, we're going to get to it, man. Let's go.
Welcome to Trust Talk, where we keep it real.
All right, man. So can cheating be justified? This is actually a very, very, very good question. Very good question. I think that a good portion of people are probably going to say yes, and a good portion of people are probably going to say no. But I'll give my thoughts on it throughout the conversation. But thank y'all for joining me. So let's get it, man. Let's go.
Suggestion about that one. What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name is Shauna from Queens. Can cheating be justified?
Hey, G, can you corner the mic up? What's your question? Shh.
Can cheating be justified?
No.
Kitty.
So automatically the woman jumps up and says no, right? Can cheating be justified? This is a very interesting question, because a lot of times people in their head believe cheating is justified. This is the reason why they do what they do, because initially nobody cheats just for no reason. It has to be a reason somewhere, that something they're not getting, something that people are not saying. This is why people say the justification of cheating is because you didn't do something to satisfy me in a way. So when she jumps up and says no, I don't know if I can actually agree with that. You know what I'm saying? In a way, because in some people's heads, things are justified, the reason why they do certain things. To you, cheating might not be justified, but because a lot of times people operating on you supposed to tell your partner everything, and you should never cheat, you should walk away first, right? But this is a very good question. This is a very good question, because if you think about it, people justifying certain things is totally different from other people. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say this. If you ask, can a deletion be justified, right? If somebody jump up and say no, in some cases people will say yes. If somebody's not getting the attention that they deserve, but they still want to be with the partner that they're with, and then they cheat on them, they're thinking that yes, cheating was justified because you didn't give me. Or let's just say somebody was in a horrific accident and you have needs and you go and do what you do, right? Because the other person can't satisfy your needs, but you don't tell them because you don't want to hurt their feelings. In a way, some people would say that's justification for cheating. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep it going.
Kitty, you said no real fast. Why you said it fast?
When we link cheating and you think about the
That's a beautiful woman right there. Jesus Christ. She's beautiful. Oh my God, she's so beautiful.
realm of cheating, that's an act of betrayal. That's utter disrespect, okay? It's immoral. No one can justify that behavior. I don't care if they say, well, I was drunk, or I was high, or I slipped up.
No, you can't do that. When you under the influence of something else, you can't say that that's not a justification. That is absolutely a justification. I don't understand why people try to separate being intoxicated. I know the whole initial thing you're supposed to say, well, you don't supposed to be intoxicated. You don't supposed to get intoxicated, right? You can say that. But for you to say that that's not a I didn't think about that. If somebody got drunk, right? The reason why you're saying this is because you're supposed to say, well, you're supposed to be able to handle your liquor, right? Okay, then in certain cases, some people just can't. Now when that whole theory of blaming on alcohol is actually a real thing. because people do blame it on the alcohol and blame it on the liquor. But I will say that if somebody got drunk and they did something or kissed somebody or something like that, it's them being under the influence, or them being, let's say, not in a coherent mind state. So I can understand if my girlfriend came to me and said she cheated on me, I would be mad about it. But if she said she was drunk, I would be like, you was drunk. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. I'll probably be like, you was drunk. I'll probably be like, all right, you was drunk. Because to me, cheating would be, that's a very good one. Because cheating would be if you do something straight up without being intoxicated and you cheat on me. That's totally different as if you went to a party and got smashed, got drunk, and then something happened. You know what I'm saying? Because half the time, people that get drunk, they don't even remember what they did. Let's be honest. Like, a lot of them say they don't remember.
I messed up. You cannot justify, because if you're justifying something, that means that you're saying that this was morally correct. This was a just decision that I made.
That is not saying that. That's totally wrong. That's not saying, if you justify something doesn't mean that you're saying it's morally correct. You can justify something by saying it's not. You can do something to somebody and say, look, I know this wasn't right, but it's because that's how I felt and that's my justification. That doesn't mean that it's morally correct. That's two separate things. Not the same.
You're fighting to prove that what you did was correct, that it was fair. It's not. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna move this one just a tad bit. When someone does something to you, whether they overstep your boundaries, they disrespect you, they hurt you, they betray you, whatever it is, they cannot justify that behavior. Don't allow people.
Listen, this, like, what she's saying is sort of correct, but there's justification in certain things. You can't link that to everything. You know what I'm saying? She can't link that to everything. Like, for some people, justification is totally different for others. You know what I'm saying? So she can't link that with everything. But I understand what she's saying. But that's kind of like a generic way of saying it. Like, if you basically saying all of these different things versus cheating, like, some things are much more severe than others. You can't just say, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot more that comes with certain things. Like, if somebody lied to you, you know what I'm saying, versus somebody put hands on you, it's totally different. You know what I mean? The justification may be something different. Like, I'll give it to you like this. This is how I say that a lot of the stuff you can't really take. Like, what she's saying is, I'm not saying you can't take what she's saying, because she seemed like she's very smart. But I'll give you a perfect example. You're having a birthday party, right? And then within that birthday party, your partner tells you, well, let's just say your partner tells you never lie to them, right? Never lie. And you never lied to your partner. You never lied. But one day you had a surprise birthday party for him, and you told your partner you was taking him somewhere else, but you didn't take him there. That's a justification for a lie. Because, see, I'm justifying why I lied to you. But see, using her logic, you're supposed to be mad about that. So some things can be justified. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Some things can. Not everything, but some things can. So, yeah, so.
To over-explain or justify or try to argue their point. When a person makes that decision, especially when it comes to cheating, I don't care what no one says, in the back of their mind, they know that it's wrong. They know that they're betraying someone. They're doing something behind someone's back. If you really think about it that way, can someone explain to you? Can they over-explain, because that's what justifying basically is. Can they explain to you, a person who's hurting, you're broken, you've been betrayed, you've been disrespected, somebody can stand in front of you and say, well, this is the reason why I did it? Is that?
Absolutely, yes. That's what they're supposed to do. Like, I understand what she's saying. What she's saying is, can they stand in front of you and tell you that without you giving them no pushback? That's basically what she's saying. But absolutely they can. If somebody cheated on you, wouldn't you want to know why they did it? Wouldn't you want to know why? Yes, they can tell you. Yes, they're supposed to tell you why they did it. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. So I have to give her some pushback on that. So I kind of disagree with that. I think that if you do cheat on somebody, You owe them that right to stand in front of them and tell them why. And sometimes, to be honest with you, some people might take it as you justifying it because you might tell them it's their fault. You might say, well, the reason why I cheated on you because you don't give me the attention I need. Well, you didn't have to cheat on me. You could have told me, well, I don't want to lose you. That's why I didn't tell you. This is the excuses people say. Not to say that it's right or wrong, but this is what they say. Well, you can't justify it because of this. Well, I don't know about that. If you ain't giving me what I need, then that's the reason why I cheated on you. You might not like it or not, but that's my justification of why I did it. Like, you might say that that's not a justification at your standards, but it kind of is. In my head, I'm justifying it because this is what I did. Not to say it's right or wrong, like, but it's the truth.
In front of you and say, well, this is the reason why I did it. Is that really gonna matter?
I don't know.
Don't let nobody justify that behavior.
Mike, did you have an opinion or you?
You know, so I just be so amazed when I hear some of these things. But when cheating happens and you have a situation where obviously we got communication after. Me personally, I don't really have a lot of post-cheating communication because I feel like, you know, once you crash the car, I gotta get another one. So it's so crazy to me that when betrayal happens, the conflict resolution is me justifying not trying to move forward, which is my ultimate goal. Like, if I fuck up as a man, and I hope that you don't run across men that fuck up and do this, but hopefully I'm trying to like earn your trust back. I'm trying to promise change. I'm trying to promise for me to sit here and say, well, baby, I did it because the bacon be burnt a lot. And I don't be getting my massages.
I think sometimes we try to justify it, though, because we've already invested a lot into the relationship, and now this has happened.
But is that person looking for closure? Like, is it me looking for closure while I'm asking you to justify it, or is your path to trying to get us back together, trying to explain?
Can I offer some context, though? I don't, in my personal opinion, and it can be unpopular opinion, I don't think the person that cheated is the one wanting the justification. Oftentimes, it is that person that's been offended that's looking for the reason. And so now I have to...
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's why I said, like, it's up to the person who's looking for it, and they basically say whether they feel like you justified it or not. Because let's be clear here, some things can be justified to some people. Because look, if I cheated on my girlfriend, right, and I say the reason why I cheated is because you don't be giving me toppy. You know what I'm saying, right? You don't do that. It's the reason why I did it. And then you say, well, that's because I don't have to do it. And you mad about it, whatever, right? But then I explained to you the reason why I did what I did is because of this. Let's be honest. Most likely, if you thinking on a certain level as a woman or as a man, you're going to understand why your partner is hurt and they don't want to lose you. That's just the reality of it. People cheat because they don't want to lose their other person. I know it sounds crazy, but they cheat because they don't want to lose that person. Because if they didn't care, they wouldn't. And I know this sounds crazy, but if they didn't care, you know what I'm saying, they would actually listen. Now, maybe they don't care because they don't want to get caught, but if they didn't care, they would just do it in front of you. They didn't care about losing you. They don't care. So they cheat because they don't want to lose you. It's a selfish thing to say, but this is what they do, right? So the other, like he said, the person is looking for justification. So since that person is looking for justification, it's kind of like they're looking for it, but also too, you are telling them. Now, some people might take it and say, well, I can understand why you did it. I can understand why. I don't be doing what I'm supposed to do. Because see, they won't never do that. People won't never say why. Every time you hear about somebody cheating on somebody, it's always the other person's fault. They never look at it like, well, the reason why I cheated on you is because, well, why didn't you tell me? I've been telling you. I need attention. I've been telling you this. Well, why would you cheat? You should have just broke up with me because I don't want to lose you. I don't want to break up with you. So why would you cheat? You gonna lose me now because I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's a complicated thing to muffle through, but I understand what he's saying. This is actually a really good conversation.
conjure up the reason why I did it. It's not enough. Like if I hurt you and we're talking about this post-cheating and you're asking me why, If I say because, that's not satisfactory to you. And so oftentimes that person that was transgressed against is the one extra pushing for the reason.
Are you looking for the cheating to be justified?
Oh, no, I don't agree with cheating. I'm not a cheater. It was just a question. People have...
Okay, all right. Appreciate your question.
No.
Thank you so much.
Because a lot of men and women tend to feel that there's an answer for cheating.
Nah, it's not. You just fucked up. It just is what it is.
Nah, I think I agree. I disagree with them now that I think about it. I think that there's an answer for everything. There's a reason for it. Let's just say I semi-disagree. There's a reason for everything. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's an answer for everything. But there's a reason for everything. But people do certain things because they're not getting something. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Now, is it I mean, for some people it's justified. The person on the opposite end of getting hurt, they don't think it's justified, but the other person think it is. So it really boils down to who believes it's more justified. If I believe the reason why I cheated on you is my justification because you don't give me what I need, versus you feel as though that I shouldn't be cheating and there's never no justification for that. It's kind of like, I put it to you like this. What's the difference between a person, let's say I was in a relationship with a girl, right? With a female woman or whatever. And I wasn't doing my job. And I wasn't taking care of her. And then she leaves me for somebody else, right? And then she says, well, I didn't cheat on you, but I left you because you wasn't doing that's her justification, right? But take the cheating part out. She still left me and she's justifying why she left me. You know what I'm saying? Versus me saying, well, I could do better. I could have did better. You know what I'm saying? And I could actually do better, right? The point I'm making is a lot of times you get people who do things and they justify things that they do. But it's not as prevalent or it's not as heavy, is it, when you add the word cheating in there? Because to me, when you cheat on somebody, you kind of broke up with them anyway, in a way, for that period of time. So if a female come out and say, I'm not satisfied, and she leave you for another guy and say, well, at least I didn't cheat on you. Well, you still left me for somebody else. Like, so which one is worse? You leaving me for somebody else just so you could say you didn't cheat on me? Or you actually cheated on me and we stay together and we work it out? You get what I'm saying? I know it's kind of a weird thing to say, but this is real life. And most people that get cheated on, 9 times out of 10, they usually stay with the person. It's not a lot of people who get cheated on and then they just leave the person. Like, and most of the time, a lot of people don't get caught in the act. It's just usually a picture or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Why you got this bitch in your phone? Or why you got this, who is this nigga? Oh, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Or people say, oh, you pushed me into their arms, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's a bunch of different reasons why. But this is actually a really good conversation.
Sometimes you just be like, you know. But I think if you're reconciling, though, I do think conversations have to be had about what was the root cause of why this happened. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yes.
Right there. I told you. That's my point right there. What right there. That's why I said people don't want to have the conversation of why this the justification for it. It's always, oh, this cheating not justified. But wait a minute. Why did I cheat? Because that's the conversation that need to be had going forward. Why did you step out on me? Was it something I wasn't doing? What it is? Because people offer things to you in these type of conversations, believe it or not. Why would you do this to me? What did I do wrong? And if the person says, well, it wasn't you, it was me, then they didn't care about you. But if they say, look, I cheated on you because I'm just not satisfied in this relationship. A lot of women do that. But they don't never get demonized for it. I'm being honest. They don't get demonized for it. But a lot of women do that. they'll say, well, he wasn't satisfying me. Or whenever somebody cheat on somebody, if let's say a man, it could be a man talking to another man. This is how crazy it is. It could be a man talking to another man and say, yo, me and my girl broke up. First thing a nigga say, what happened? What you do? Because we automatically get blamed. Same thing with a woman. If the girl cheated on the man, you know the first thing a woman says to him, well, what she cheat for? What wasn't you not doing? What wasn't you doing? That's what they would say all the time. So I understand, you know, what he's saying. And I want to see how they answer this, because this will tell you exactly how women feel right here about cheating when it's on the other foot. Because see, when it's them cheating on their man, most of the time people justifying it by saying that man wasn't doing something. That's the reason why she stepped out. But see, when it's a man, he's supposed to control himself. Oh, he don't supposed to do that. It's going to be real interesting.
No.
Or do you just say, fuck it, let's just move fresh? Or do you not
can give me a reason, but I guess if we are reconciling, then come up with a way in which you'll never do it again. Like, give me some solutions. Let's figure out how we can attack this problem. If we are, and if I don't decide to fuck your cousin, because you hurt me so bad, and now I gotta hurt you.
See what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, she's proving my point. You know what I'm saying? Because in certain cases, this is their justification. Like, but at the same time, we only need 4 minutes. I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really more about just the beginning of the conversation. But you notice how she says, if I decide not to do something, blah 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 blah, to get you back, to make you see how you feel. If you decide that you want to, like, and let's just use her theory. I'm not saying that. We're just saying. Then that means you're already thinking that. If you say I want to have sex with your cousin, what randomly saying something like that lets me know that you've been thinking about doing that. You've been thinking about doing that. And that's what I mean. Like, so that would be her justification, right? Her justification would be, oh, you cheated on me, so I had to get you back. That would be the justification. You already know. That would be the justification. So you know, man. You already know.
What's your name? What's your question?
Shamika from Brooklyn.
Hi, Shamika.
Where Brooklyn at?
All right. Other than continuing to listen or leaving, what are some other ways to maintain a friendship with someone who spends every interaction venting about the emotional abuse and manipulation?
Yeah, that's enough. I'm not going to do that one. Yeah, that was a good episode, man. That was a real good one. Real good one. All right, man. So let me know what y'all think, man. Truly appreciate y'all for clicking this video. Also, too, like I said, if you want to join the panel as far as what's the name, the email is in the description. You know what I'm saying? The Theuglyshadow. I will be having a live panel soon. I'm going to have a bunch of people on this page. And we're going to talk about relationship things. I'm going to have a topic and we're going to come in and talk about it. I want to see what y'all think and everything. So thank y'all for joining me. I truly appreciate y'all for clicking the video. Truly appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Real quick. This channel is being powered by me, but it's sponsored by the greatest sponsors in the world, you and everybody on this page. So thank you. If you want to join the Patreon, link is in the description. Over there, I do full breakdowns, full reactions that YouTube can't block or demonetize. And you'll get a glimpse into my personal life that I can't show on YouTube. So thank you very much. I appreciate y'all for being here with me every day. Now back to the video.